morning. It's Nancy's garden. It's time to start planting. It's time to start learning how to do a garden out here in the community gardens. Hello, you're back. Today we're going to be doing some planting of okra right here. What I need to do is, it's been tilled. I'm just going to rake it out, rake the weeds out, and then I'm going to hill it up, and then we're going to plant. So I'm just raking the weeds out. Then I'm going to make a little hill to plant them. So now that I got it raked out, you can see that it's on a slope and the water's gonna come rushing down here. I'm gonna put the okra on more of a hill. And also okra likes warmth, and by being on the hill, it should germinate faster. So I'm gonna create this hill, gonna just go right down. So I'm just gonna hill in the middle, make a hill. And it'll go on the other side. So the next thing is now ready to plant. I'm just gonna smooth it down and maybe take some of the weeds off the top. All right, so the next thing is we're ready to plant. I use a ruler. It's sort of broken, but I do it every 6 inches. You could also do every 3 inches. If you feel like your seeds are old or you just want better germination, and then you're going to have to take, after they germinate and are thriving, you might have to pull some of them so you get the nice spacing. So look, this is the end of the row. My little poker here has inches. With our soil here, I'm going to do 1/2 inch. Because it's sort of clay soil, but it does say, I think, about 1/2 inch to 1 inch for planting. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to mark the holes. I just like to mark where I end. So go again. All right, so on this row we're going to plant some watermelon, and I'm going to plant it every 12 inches or 1 foot, and it's going to have 6 of the seedless and then 6 of the seeded crimson sweet. So in order to get seedless, you have to plant a seeded watermelon. If you only plant seedless watermelon, you'll not get any watermelons. You need these to pollinate those. And I think it says it on the back of the package. Plant the seeds. You can plant the seeds, it says here, 1/2 inch depth, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to restart this hole again. Again, my little poker has the markings on it, and just make sure they don't give you that many seeds. You might have 6 seeds in here. Next one I'm going to do is the seeded. I guess because those are premium seeds, the seedless, they only give you a few. They're hard to find. I actually bought them last year, so hopefully they'll germinate. Cover them up, pat them down a little bit. All right, watermelon are done. All right, so the next thing we're gonna work on is the cucumber and the green beans, pole beans, okay? I'm gonna be working on the cucumber and the pole bean A-frame, okay? And I need to till the ground. I'm gonna use this little Honda tiller, and it's very noisy, so I always do safety first, and I'll put these earplugs in so it won't hurt my ears, okay? It might take me a few minutes, so I'll be right back. I guess a speed bump or a hump for this side, and then we'll put that trellis on, and then I have to calculate where the next raised row will be. This will be the pole beans, and then that will be for the cucumbers. I'm going to do like the same over there with the okra. Okay, now that I got the row height, we're going to add the trellis to it, and then we'll put it up, and then we'll add the other speed bump or raised bed or whatever you want to call it. Doing fences or putting up trellises, I like to use this. This is called a stake driver, and it makes short work of putting stakes in. I'll show you what I mean. And I just align it up, okay, and then just go one. Put it all the way down, but now all I need to do is zip tie this on, and it's a lot sturdier. So let me get some zip ties. They're over there. All right. There we go. So now it's a little sturdier. That's trellis. I'm going to do the same one on this side. Alright, so I'm going to plant some Market More 76 slicing cucumbers, and I'm going to plant them every 6 inches, add a 1/2 inch. I'm going to make a hole right here and start it. That's it. That's the Market More 76. I'm going to do the pole beans. Planting now the pole beans, and I'm planting them every 3 inches, about 1/2 inch deep. Alright, that's all done. So the reason why they're on the north side of the fence is because the south is this way, and they're gonna climb up the fence that way. And the same with the cucumbers, they're on the north side of this fence, and they're gonna travel south and go up. That's the whole idea. I just wanted to show you, this is the tomatoes that I planted like 10 days ago, and you can see that they're yellow. They're not diseased. This is not a disease, but we had 3.5 inches of rain, and it's still recovering. You can see it's starting to get green up here, and then on this one, this had more yellow yesterday, and it's starting to get green. With the rain, what's happened is that the roots can't uptake the nitrogen because it's so waterlogged. So it's got to dry out. So I actually cultivated around it yesterday to help dry it out, and it's doing pretty good now that I did that. But once in a few days, I plan to give it some of this organic 444. So that's the 444 is NPK, okay? Because it needs a little bit of a boost afterwards. But it's still a little bit too early to give it because there's nitrogen in the soil. It's just not uptaking it because it's so wet, okay? Because the 3.5 inches, this area on this side of the garden stays wet longer because I have some of these, the same thing going on with some of the eggplants that are a little bit yellow, but it's mainly due to being too wet. Okay, I got 3 pockets here about 1 foot square because I'm going to use the seed square with the flowers. I'm going to put some zinnias, lilliput, which only get about 18 inches tall, and then I'm also going to put some dill in there. And the dill helps keep the squash bugs away, and the zinnias will help pollinate. So it's also just going to be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna, I have the seeds right here. Zinnias, lilliput, and then just the dill. This I got at the at my local hardware store called the Do It Center. Do It, the Stewart Brothers, and they have seed by the bulk. This, as you can see, it was only cost $1 for a half ounce. I can't use this seed square this way because my soil's not like a raised bed loose, so I flip it and I colored it this way. So I'm just going to be using the yellow and just making a little hole in the yellows. Don't have to be that deep. I'm just making sure I get these seeds spaced, and then I'll come back. Actually, probably should do the other way. I'm going to put my dill in first, because I'm just going to spread that out a little bit, and then come back, do my little holes, the yellow ones, put these seeds in. I don't know what help. I don't even use the little seed dispenser. You don't really need it. Okay, that's that. So I'll do the next one. Fourth of an inch is not very much. So this is what the seeds look like. I mean, you could probably just sprinkle these flower seeds in too, but you sort of want them spaced because you don't want them jam-packed. So that's why I use the seed square. So now that I'm done with this and the planting, I just have to turn on the hose and water everything, except I'm not going to water the tomatoes or anything like that because that 3.5 inches are still pretty wet. So it starts right in there. So the seeding square. So you getting wet?
I mean, a little bit. Let me go over here.
We planted today watermelon, okra, cucumbers, and beans. I think oh, I forgot, our flowers and dill. So that's a good amount today, huh? Y'all come back.